Hello everyone, Ace here, and today we are back with yet another Ace Impressions, this time having a look at Infiltrator Part 2 the next day, aka Infiltrator 2, aka, as it was known on the NES when it came out, Infiltrator. This is because the original Infiltrator did not come out on the NES, but doesn't really matter too much because both Infiltrators 1 and 2 are essentially the same game, and on that subject, both have recently been re-released on both GOG.com and Steam for the low price of $6.99. So, let's go ahead and get into what exactly this game is, shall we? It's basically two games for the price of one. You have a helicopter flight sim as well as an isometric stealth game. Well, I'll just show you how it plays. And we play, by the way, for those curious, we take on the role of Jimbo Baby McGibbets. Yes, that is his name. And we are out to stop the Mad Leader, who, in this particular mission, has a chemical lab set up, and we need to neutralize his vat of deadly nerve gas. Awesome. So let's see what the Mad Leader's up to. Alright, so we're going to then get into the helicopter section of this game, and we'll see how that runs, shall we? Alright, so now we're in the helicopter. We press B to start up the battery, S to start up, I think, the computer, and I to initialize the engine. Alright, now that we have the RPMs necessary, we'll take off. And we need to figure out where we're going to go, so we hit our map here by pressing the T key. We have the ADF number 50.6, so go to the radio, hit ADF 50.6. Now we know where to go. Speed up, and follow the marker. Oh, a jet. So we're going to request that jet tell us who he is. He could be a friendly, he could be an enemy. This is part of the game as well. Deadhead, requesting identification. So the way this game works is you have both good guys and bad guys, and the good guys will have good guy sounding names, and the bad guys will have bad guy sounding names. With a name like Deadhead, I'm going to assume that he is a villain, so bad guy name. I've got turbo mode. Oh. And he's had a psychotic break and snapped! Awesome! So even though I got the right answer, he's going to try to kill me anyways! Okay, I need to turn off the oil, off the, this because... Okay, so how close are we? We're a little ways out, but we can hopefully make it there before he shoots us down. Oh, he hit us that time. Okay, he is still trying to shoot us down, but we are... we need to lose altitude. Okay, we have whisper mode on, which is kind of necessary also. Okay, we landed. Awesome. Alright, so we now are on the on-ground section. The way this works is we have papers, and we are going to trick the guards into thinking that we belong there with our forged documents. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a very good disguise, so the guards are going to be heckling us quite a bit for our papers, like this guy. So we'll see if we can convince him with the papers. This might fail, but if it does, we do have a few tricks up our sleeve. Okay, that succeeded. We can search these cabinets here, see what we find. Some of these we'll find nothing, but we can find potentially useful items. And in this case, we found rotten meat, because of course we did. We'll show him our papers. Not in order. Nighty-night. Okay. So the good news is there's two different items that we can use to knock guards out. regular sleeping gas and gas grenades, which I'm going to be equipping now. The way gas grenades work is you can use them indoors, and they have a much larger area of effect. If you try using them outdoors, you will alert the guards and cause an alarm. Fortunately, we found an alarm key there, so that's not going to be quite the issue it normally would be. We got lucky there. We found a mouse, eek. And the way this works... Oh, we found some vodka and immediately got drunk. So yeah, and it messed with our controls, because of course it did. So left is down, right is left, right is... Never mind. But yeah, it messed with our controls. It didn't even really invert them. It did something weird to them. But yeah, this might be the first game that did something like that. Maybe the original, I'm just going to use this because I want to save some time, and we can get more grenades if it really comes down to it. Alright, now that he's down, we are going to pick up the coat, switch out our uniforms, and now they're not going to heckle us so much. We do have to be wary about the guards that we knocked out. If they wake up, we need to knock them out again immediately. Otherwise, I will set off an alarm. Okay, so this guy's awake. Alright, so these guys are... So they won't heckle us unless we get really, really close to them. So that's the good news. Bad news, the papers are not going to be effective anymore, so we're going to have to use our gas grenades and sleeping gas more often. But that's okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to the next area. And to get there, we're first going to need to knock out the guard that's standing in front of the door. We can't swim either, so avoid the water wherever possible. You will drown and instantly. You do get 5 lives, however, before you have to restart the whole section. Though, at least in the very first level, you don't have to worry about flying. Ooh. We have to search for mines. There we go. So we made it. Now, we might as well see what we can find here. We do have a limited time limit, and it can be a little bit restrictive. But yeah. Oh, by the way, it's worth noting, this one came out in 1987, the same year as Metal Gear, the original Metal Gear. The original Infiltrator came out in '86, meaning that this franchise actually predates Metal Gear of all things. It is that old. So, keep in mind that's what we're looking at when we're looking at this game. Because this one goes back quite a bit. So we found the security control card, which is different from the alarm key. Basically, the way that works is that's going to allow us to unlock all the locked doors. And there's a few of them, and they have the items that we need to actually complete the mission here. So now, the plan is to avoid the guard, get back outside, use the mine detector, and we get to the next area. Ooh. See what we can find in here just for curiosity. Just some empty tin cans. Okay, not even useful. Okay, so we've managed to avoid that guard, and we're going to go to this building to unlock all the doors, and from there we can then go into getting the strange chemicals that we need, and one of them is going to be a neutralizing agent that we can use to defeat the gas, and from there we can complete the mission. And by the way this works is actually okay, so there's only 3 missions technically speaking in the game, but they're each split up into 3 parts. You have the flying to the area part, then you have the on-ground part, and then you have the flying back home part. So there's 2 flying sections plus the on-ground section for each mission. So you could technically say that it's more like 9 missions in total if you really wanted to, but yeah. So we've went ahead, we've activated all the doors. Now, we do have to go back to this building eventually, because this is where the chemical agent is stored. But to get where the main vat is stored, but to get the weird chemicals that might be the neutralizing agents, well, they are in these buildings over here. So let's see which one is the correct one. First is this building. Okay, that was nearly a thing. It's very possible we could have aggroed the guard there and caused an alarm, which would have been very bad. We did aggro him. We did get his attention, but at least we're able to not have to worry about it too much. Okay, get gas grenade out just in case. Yep, he woke up just as I was about to enter. That would have been a bad thing. Would have set the alarm off and we'd have had to deal with that. So I'll set back to sleeping gas. So yeah. That's one agent down. We'll see if it's the right one. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who knows? But there's a second one over here, and then I'll try getting the third one. That gives us a 75% chance. We are working on RNGs, so you might get lucky, you might not. You never know. Usually these are more likely to contain gas grenades, but that one didn't, so that's unfortunate. Now, we do have a decent number of sleeping gas and gas grenades, although the gas grenades are a little low on number, but they're not terribly low, so we should be fine. That's 2 down. And the alarm's been set off because he turned around right at the worst possible time for us. Awesome. Well, at least I have a security card so I can deactivate the alarm. And no, that does not get old fast. Okay, we might as well just... Now, in case these guys we get these guys' attention, that would be a problem, but apparently not, so we should be able to hopefully deactivate the alarm without getting too much hassle. Normally, these guys would be running all over the place, but since we have a proper disguise, they're not quite freaking out yet. Though they will once they start seeing us. So that is something worth keeping in mind. Now, I think the alarm is situated somewhere in this direction. That was close. He could have captured us and ended it right there. Alright, the alarm has been reset. We don't have to worry about that anymore so long as we don't cause any more accidents like that to happen. Good. Alright, yeah, we can't go that way. That's fine. So we still have some time to complete this mission. Now, it says 5 minutes and 20 seconds, but really, that clock moves at half speed, so it's more closer to 10 minutes left. So we still have some time if it comes down to it. I think this is safe, yes. Now, we'll go to that other building, get the third thing. I guess it's a canister, so... And I believe it's this way. Do not aggro any more guards because that would be bad and annoying. Okay, this guy's here. That's 1 down. Well, 3 down. So technically, The most we have is one more thing left. So if we get that one thing, we would be guaranteed. But we might get lucky, so we'll see. And besides, it's out in the boonies in that one building where we got the security card from. So I don't want to go there unless I absolutely have to, because it's just a longer way away. I'm pretty sure we do have plenty of time, though, still, if it really came down to it. So it is still an option if it really came down to it. And he's down, and we should be good to go. I still have plenty of sleeping gas if it really comes down to it. Gas grenades are a little low for my taste, but that's fine. Okay, he was a little close to us, but that's fine. Okay, please walk away from... Okay. God damn it. Let's see if this one is the correct one. Yes! Okay, so we don't have to now go to that fourth building. Perfect. Just have to go this way. And we get the gas into the vat, and we should be good. Okay. Still says 3 minutes and 50 seconds, so we have time if it really comes down to it. Alright, so I'm pretty sure where we need to go is this way. I think it says we have 6 gas grenades left, so... Mission complete. Now, we can always get more gas grenades if we really needed to, but we just pretty much finished the mission. All we have to do now is get back to the copter, and we should be good. Equip the sleeping gas, just in case. So, I personally think this game is worth the asking price, but I can see some people potentially not wanting to play it because it's as old as it, but it's a unique piece of video game history in my opinion, and, well, one that I think is well worth experiencing. So let's go this way, and we should then be able to get into the final flying section of this mission and call it. Alright, so let's take off. Alright, let's figure out where we need to go. 68-0. Oh, let's see what he wants, or who he is. Blammo. That sounds like a bad guy name. Yep. And he didn't have a psychotic break this time. Awesome. Okay, oil pressure is getting a little high-ish. Oh god. Let's see who this is and hope that he isn't a bad guy. Bonehead! I'm going to assume that's another villain, so hopefully this guy does not have a psychotic break. Yes. And we did it. So, yeah. After making the unforgettable acceptance speech, Jim O'Baby heads back to the comforts of his trophy room launch silo. Okay. The Mad Leader must be stopped. You must locate and disable all his missiles. Awesome! More good news. But I think that's a good time to go ahead and call it, so I'll just say, we'll get to this and, anyways, I'll go ahead and get it to the cockpit stream. I think that's where we will go ahead and call it. Alright, so yeah, that is Infiltrator 2. A game that I think is worth the asking price in my opinion, although I can see some people not necessarily wanting to play it. But yeah, in my opinion, I enjoy it. So yeah, in any case, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.